I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I'm just going live because I felt like posing some action figures. And what better way to do it than with people around? Because, I don't know, will there be people around? Maybe there will be. Maybe there won't be. Maybe there will be, won't be, will be. I don't know. You never know on YouTube Live. If people show up, they show up. If they don't, they don't. Hey, Richard, what's going on? I'm just fiddling around with some toys. And if you saw the title, Posers, that's what I'm doing. I'm just messing around with toys. I don't know. I wanted to go live for at least half an hour just because I don't want to go to bed yet. I am, what the fuck is up? How's it going, Kaiju? I'm just, playing with some toys here, posing them up. I don't know. I just thought maybe I'll go live for a little bit, entertain anyone who's also an insomniac and doesn't really want to go to bed, but doesn't really know what to do because I sure as heck don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, posing up some action figures for no reason. So that's how it be. By the way, that mini fridge in the back, my girlfriend just, I guess she finished it while I was at work because it was sitting in here. And I got the STL from Action Figure Addict 112. So go check out his channel if you haven't already. Because he was nice enough to send me the STLs over. I should be doing this in front of y'all, not off camera. I'm just messing with my Iron Man now. These figures I'm messing with are just ones that are either A, in the background for my dioramas, or B, they're just in my bin of action figures. Like this is a great Iron Man, but I have the Secret Wars Iron Man, so this doesn't go on display. What's up, CJ? How's it going? I'm just playing with some toys, working on posing. That's why this is called Posers, not because any of y'all are posers, just because I'm just messing with some toys here. In front of this here mini fridge. No, I'm not going to get Max Hulk. By the way, there's 9 people watching, so let's get 9 likes on the likes. Yeah. And this is that Street Fighter Chun-Li. Power Rangers Street Fighter Chun-Li, sorry. She's pretty cool. That whole line. I already got my Gambit too, so I canceled that reissue. I bought him, I don't know, I think I paid like $25, so I got a good deal. I got a good deal on the X-Men 97 Gambit. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Elliot. I don't think that's up my alley for this channel, but I appreciate you coming in here. 12 people watching. Let's get 12 likes. So, like, you know, I have some stands and shit and stuff, but I really missed the Lightning collection. These figures posed up so well. Like, yeah, they had their QC issues and stuff, and Hasbro was working out the new factory in Vietnam, but the Lightning collection was really some of the best articulation. Ooh, did you hear that? I was just saying that, and this one, the ab crunch is really tight. Oh, there we go. I got it to stay. Oh, no, I didn't. It popped back out. He's got an action feature, y'all. Do not get close to that, because that'll, There's some weird stuff going on in the chat right now, y'all. What is the black figure? All right, so this is a Kitbashed, just random goon for, like, Spider-Man or whoever to beat up. So this is the chamber body. And I bought another chamber because they made more Generation X. They made Husk. And they made Husk. Hey, I'm getting bots in my chats now. Look at that. they made Husk and Monet, and they also made Chamber. So I bought a new Chamber, and I used the body to make just, you know, a robber, a goon, or whatever. So that's who that is, threatening this other guy over here, where I got the masked head from, the Tracksuit Mafia guy. The thing about the Lightning collection for me is I have essentially every single Lightning collection figure that I would want. So I don't really need to buy anymore. And that's why the Playmates line, not in the right scale. Articulation sucks. Bye, Power Rangers. I'll miss you. But how's it going, Diego? Welcome to the chat, the live. By the way, and if any of you watching are new, make sure you subscribe, because on Saturday, if you're into action figures, which if you're seeing this, you should be, I'm going to be interviewing D Amazing on Saturday live, so that'll be pretty fun. It's my first interview I've ever done on the channel, and yeah, I don't think I have to be nervous, and I've been reassured I shouldn't be nervous by people, but I am very nervous. I have like a set of questions that I'm gonna ask him, and I'm gonna have the chat come in and ask some questions as well. But yeah, it'll be pretty fun. I know he's been kind of down lately, it seems, from his Instagram about his channel and doing what he likes to do, but I want to let him know that we all appreciate him and what he does. So make sure you come and show the love on Saturday at 1 p.m. This is an owlbear. Sync will be the next Gen X. See, I don't know too much about Gen X. I just know about the figures that I have so far. Yeah, they're really good. I have Cammy too. I'll post her up after we get this owlbear in here, because I'm just messing with toys at this point. But Cammy and Chun-Li are my favorite Street Fighter characters, other than Blanca. I'm pretty sure everybody likes Blanca. But this Hasbro owlbear is pretty sick for being a giant Dungeons and Dragons creature, which is actually, I don't remember what the character's name was, but it's the tiefling, and she shapeshifts into this owlbear, and it's actually really articulated and really cool. And there's actually also a brown version that I was looking for last year, toy hunting at Ollie's, which definitely cutting back on this year. Don't need a bunch of clearance toys in this economy. Yeah, Doric. I really like that Dungeons and Dragons movie, by the way. Jonathan, what was his name? I really wish that Jonathan was here. Could we just wait for Jonathan? Could we just wait for him? Why do you want to wait for him? I think it's really important that he's here. Okay, everybody jump on the Birdman and break through the window. Yeah, I'm hoping we get a sequel to that movie, because it's exactly what, like, playing with your friends at Dungeons and Dragons is like. It's like, that's kind of the vibe. It's just, look at this little scenario we've got going on back here. Wolverine is kind of telling him, "Hey, bub, don't threaten him with a golf club around my mini fridge." And that guy's like, "I'm drinking Malibu. I don't give a shoot." And then I don't know what Iron Man and Warlord and Spider-Man are doing. They're kind of just like, "Hey, Chun-Li, what up, girl? What up, girl?" And then we got Cammy here. And yeah, these figures, like the articulation on the Lightning collection. And by the way, when I'm in here doing stuff, it's essentially my live from the toy room series, which is random. And I don't think I should put it behind channel memberships when I get them. So I think these little random ones will stay live, in my interviews, like after D Amazing, will be behind channel memberships, just because I want to give y'all some incentive other than early videos to be a member. And of course, you know, it's going to be like 99 cents. Apparently you can charge as low as 99 cents for memberships. So that is how much my channel memberships will cost, is less than $1. So I think by next week I should have them. And yeah, the Cammy's really cool, and they pose really well. She's not really in frame here now, is she? Who's next? All right, here we go. I got the perfect one to be next. We got Peter B. Parker here. Peter B. Parker. Everyone's 8 people watching, 6 likes. Let's even them numbers out. So yeah, here's Peter B. Parker. He's don't anybody say nothing. Don't nobody say nothing. Like just see that and be like, yeah, that's cool. Oh my god. He's chilling, you know? Next up, we've got the ever-loving, blue-eyed Thing. You know, he was always my favorite member of the Fantastic Four because under all that rock exterior, the Thing is a big old softy. And he's also flesh under there, if you don't know. Like, underneath all that rock is like muscle. So at one point, the Thing got punched in the face so fucking hard by the Hulk that it peeled the rock away, and the Thing had like nasty scarring on the side of his face for a little while in the comic books. And it eventually got better, but I'm sure the Thing will never forget getting punched in the face by the Hulk, because if someone punches you and the skin that's made out of rock literally falls off of your face, I'm sure you're gonna have a big old headache in the morning. And yeah, Richard, Peter B. Parker's having a tough time. What else do we have in here? What else do we have in here? All right, so we do actually have Doric, not in owlbear form. So maybe we'll just have her kind of standing off to the side, looking at the owlbear. Like, dang, how'd you get out? How'd you get out? And I'm running out of space here too, so I know it's a little janky. And I was thinking that something I could do for members that I think might be really cool, that I haven't seen anyone do before really, and do not steal my idea, is, and this would be locked behind memberships, is when when I'm filming a video, maybe not all the time, but when I'm filming a video, I'd like to go live and have like a behind the scenes review. I think that would be a cool idea. Come on, Kaiju, don't rip off my ideas. I mean, you're free to do it. I'm not copywriting it. But you can totally do that if you want. But I'm just saying, I haven't seen anyone do that. And it may be a little chaotic and hectic, and I may have to rein in my normal craziness behind the scenes to like make it feasible, because it can get a little frustrating. You'll get there, Kaiju. You will get there, trust me. I'll do more shout outs if I have to. Oh, is it about that? Well, you know, you can always go back and edit stuff as well. Who else do we got? All right, so you know how we had the like kind of shitty older Agent Venom figure, and now they gave us like a newer shitty Agent Venom figure. So I still haven't decided if I want to get rid of this old one. And no, not cussing. I just mean like if shit. So if you watched my Pokemon Blockies, my last Pokemon Blockies video, there's a part where shit just keeps getting knocked over and I'm getting increasingly more frustrated, and that's edited as well. Like I left it in. But yeah, the new one is way too undersized, and this one has those old, like I wouldn't have cared. And he actually has, look, he has waist swivel. The old one has waist swivel, and he's the new one's too small, no waist swivel. And the problem with this one is the ball joint hips, because those things fucking suck. And there's even paint missing. And like, yeah, I don't cuss in my videos, but in the live, well then why the fuck are you here, Gordy? You know, you can leave. You could see yourself out. You know, I don't cuss in my videos just for monetization purposes, but like, not like I'm there yet. But like I said, I'll have memberships next week. And yeah, so once I get those channel memberships, I don't want like cussing and all that stuff to be like, oh, we can't put stuff on this. So that's for live streams. That's behind the 2-minute mark in live streams. And every once in a while, I will cuss in a live stream or in a video, but that's very rare if I'm super frustrated. But what I mean by that, CJ, is that I don't want to live stream a video and have like me filming it and it just goes to complete shit, and I turn into a rage monster, as happens sometimes when dealing with plastic that doesn't always cooperate. But there's Agent Venom over there. At least he poses up. That new Crossbones is just like the old Crossbones. And we have more D&D here with Michelle Rodriguez that doesn't look like Michelle Rodriguez. So, you know, I don't know what it is with those D&D figures. Some are really good and some are really bad. Like, I don't think that looks like Michelle Rodriguez at all. And I was going to originally get this to get it custom, but then I saw the Owlbear and the Displacer Beast and all that at Ollie's, and I was like, maybe I should just get most of them. And the only one I didn't get from the main cast is the Paladin, and then Justice Smith's wizard character, because I was just like, I don't display them anywhere. They just kind of sit there in my box. So I don't need any more. But what I do need more of every time, 11 watching, 6 likes, let's hit that like button, is Moon Knight, because Moon Knight is my second favorite Marvel character. First being Spider-Man, of course. If you've watched my channel in any capacity, you know I have a mild obsession with Spider-Man. But Moon Knight is really sick. And a tiny Bradley Cooper figure. Tiny Bradley Cooper. Am I missing something? Like, am I missing the joke? I'm sorry. It's late. It's what, 1 o'clock? And yeah, the Moon Knight show, I'm glad we got it, because like I said, Moon Knight's my second favorite character. Could it have been more accurate to the comics? Yes, but they also needed to adapt it for a wider audience for the MCU, and apparently Oscar Isaac had to cancel a couple of con appearances recently, and it's really lining up that he's going to be in Avengers Doomsday, and if he's in Doomsday, then he'll definitely be in Secret Wars. So if Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight shows up in Doomsday and Secret Wars, it will all have been worth it. And I didn't hate any of the Disney Plus shows except for Secret Invasion, because that show was absolute fucking dog water. Week to week, it was just shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck they were smoking when they were making that show. And I'm guessing it's just going to be completely ignored going forward. They killed Talos. They wasted Emilia Clarke. Not that she's like, I'm not that big of an Emilia Clarke fan. Like, as a person, she's cool, but I think she's kind of boring as an actress, and I don't particularly care for her in most roles. Like, I really, oh, thanks, Mr. Rogers. Welcome to the channel. I really didn't like Daenerys as a character, and I was like kind of baffled how people didn't see her heel turn coming. Because she's literally the Mad King's daughter. She's literally been consolidating power this whole show and being like, yeah, I'm for the people. But, you know, when push came to shove, she always showed what she really wanted, which was more power. And I thought that was pretty apparent. Even with her, you know, sleeping with Jon Snow, I'm just like, what angle is she after? Because there was always an angle with her. And, you know, lo and behold, that's her nephew, and we all knew that. But I was just so glad when Jon Snow did that bitch. And I was like, all right, thank you, Jon. There's a reason you're my favorite character. And there's a reason Cyclops is not my favorite character from X-Men. Because Cyclops is kind of a motherfucking dick. I'm just saying it. Cyclops is as much of an antagonist as he is a protagonist sometimes. Like, Avengers versus X-Men is like, I don't think that's a great comic. And I think it just showed the worst of Cyclops and other people. And yeah, it's like, I don't even remember the full conflict. I know it was about the Phoenix Force and all that kind of stuff, but I just thought it was really, really wasted opportunity and just more of, buy this title so you know what happens. And I'm sorry the ending pissed you off. I pissed a lot of people off. I was really hoping that Jon would take his rightful place as king, but instead we got the Bran the Broken bullshit, and it's like, bruh, he's not even in direct line to the throne, let alone worthy of ruling all of Westeros. And it's like the most worthy person is usually the person that doesn't want it and ends up taking up that mantle anyway. And that would be Jon Snow. When wasn't Cyclops a jerk? I mean, honestly, I'm sure I haven't read much Astonishing X-Men, and the stuff that I did was when it was coming out. And I was also a kid at that point, so it's been a very long time. But Scott is not my favorite person. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to spoil it for you, titular. I mean, CJ. It's just, yeah, it's the most dumbass thing they could have done. And I really like House of the Dragon, but at the same time, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like, should we be making shows about this, especially with Game of Thrones, because it wasn't even, the books aren't even finished. George R. R. Martin is doing everything, but writing the last 2 books. What is it, Winds of Winter and whatever else? Those are never gonna come out unless the man's been like just chugging away and not telling anybody about it. And those are about to drop like tomorrow. I don't know if we're ever gonna see any more Game of Thrones. I'm trying to see what else is in my box of goodies here to pose up. We got one mangled Spider-Man. Here's the old faithful. Yeah, hi Max. It's yeah. He'll never finish Winds of Winter. He'll never finish any of it because he's too busy writing TV shows like Dunk and Egg or whatever, Knights of the Seven or whatever fucking spinoff they're doing next. But yeah, this is Pizza Spidey. I've debated getting rid of this so many times, but I feel like this figure is it's not like a great figure, but as far as Marvel Legends, it was a turning point for a lot of people with the articulation. And at this point, it's dated and bad. There's no boot cuts. We only have the ab crunch and waist swivel, which just breaks up the sculpt of the figure. Like, oh no, Spider-Man, what happened? It's just it's not one of those. It's not really a good figure. It's not a terrible figure. It's dated for sure, but I don't know if I want to get rid of it because I can still get him in some Spider-Man poses like that, even without a head on. It's not so bad. What's going on, Max? Talk to me. How's your night going? I got off of work at 10 o'clock, and the thing about closing in like restaurant is, especially if you're in charge, it's like you'll find out who does and who doesn't want to work. And I finally gotten to the point where the other shift captain, that never wanted to work, is actually getting the message that if you do the work when you have downtime instead of just sitting on your phone, you will just get out on time. So he's starting to get that picture. Wolverine is cool. How's it going, Grapes? And this is just me posing up figures late at night because I don't know what else to do for a toy room live stream. I don't really want to sit in front of the computer and put my face on there. And this is another figure that I'm like, should I get rid of it? Because we have newer Wolverines, but there's really not a perfect Wolverine in my opinion yet from Marvel Legends. 13 watching, 7 likes. Let's get that number even, y'all. I would appreciate that. If you wouldn't mind. So as you can see, his claws are a little janky, but he still poses up pretty nicely. This is that 80th anniversary 2-pack Wolverine. I got rid of the Love Triangle 3-pack when I got the X-Men 97 Jean and Wolverine and Cyclops. Now we got 2 Wolverines up here. We got Astonishing Wolverine back there, and we've got Tiger Stripe Wolverine, and then we got Secret Wars Doctor Doom. I'm really hoping, and I know I'm just grasping at straws here, but I'm really hoping that Avengers Secret Wars is like, I'm sure they're going to do the more recent Secret Wars for the most part, but in my opinion, Secret Wars, and it's before my time. I was not born when Secret Wars come out. It's something I've read multiple times over the years after I found out about it and all that stuff. But Secret Wars is probably the best and biggest early Marvel crossover. And I wish they would just do a 1-to-1 remake of that movie, considering they have the rights to every single character in that storyline. And the crazy thing is they've made every single character in Marvel Legends from Secret Wars except for one, and they had the opportunity to make her last year during the anniversary, and that's Volcana, and we still don't have a goddamn Volcana. And that pisses me off. Are we ever going to get Volcana? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really like the X-Men 97 Wolverine that much just because of his I don't mean to sound his skin color. In fact, I'll grab him, is yellow. Like, he's like very yellow. He's not pink. He's not pale. Looks like the man needs to like eat some fruit, like some orange juice, because he's almost like he's got scurvy, you know, or jaundice Wolverine. So, like, in my opinion, and also they didn't paint his arm hair. So I like the Secret Wars Wolverine better than this Wolverine, simply because A, arm hair is not painted, which fucking sucks, and B, he's almost as yellow as his outfit. So I just it's kind of stupid, and that's the case with a lot of the X-Men 97 figures. I'm hoping, Max, that Robert Downey Jr. bites the bullet and is like, you know, Doom is supposed to have a mask on, so I should just keep a mask on this whole movie. And you know, Robert Downey Jr., as much as like people like to look at your face, when you're playing someone like Doctor Doom, the face is not what we want to see. We want to see the mask and the green cape and the green hood, and we want to hear a Latvian accent, and yeah, he's really scarred underneath the mask, and in some versions the mask is like even melted to his face. There's a funny fucking skit, I don't know if it was Robot Chicken or what, where they put his mask on upside down accidentally and they have to take it off. He's like, what? No. And then they just peel it off and his skin comes off and they flip it upside down. And they're like, okay, now for the cod piece. And they're like, oops, that one was upside down too. And he's like, ah. That's pretty funny. That's top tier humor. But Doom is the kind of guy to be like, I gotta save my mom. And then once he saves his mom, he's like, actually, Ma, I know I did all this to save you, but now I'm going to turn your skin into binding for a book so I can gain more magical power and make deals with Mephisto and all this kind of shit. I think you're kind of an a-hole there, Doom. I don't know about y'all, but even if I disliked my mom, I don't know if I would turn her into a fucking book. I don't know about you. All right, so these guys are kind of cool, and I kitbash these. I'm gonna clear the board, as it were. Because these guys just go back in my toy bin, and I'll show off. Y'all seem to like my customs, so I'll show off a couple of kit bashes that I made. We'll leave these guys over here. And you know, I would never get rid of The Ministers of His Life is an amazing comic. Tell me about that, Max. I'll have to look that up. I would never get rid of this retro card Spider-Man. Pins and all. This guy's awesome. Like, is he too big to be Spider-Man compared to other Marvel Legends? Yes. But I still think he articulates better than the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. So that Spider-Man is dope as shit. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what nobody says about nothing. Oh, okay, Dr. Doom. All right. Yeah, I'll have to read that. Ministers of His Life. All right, so Hatat Zaraze. I kitbash these guys because if you don't know, these are Wakanda's elite soldiers. They're elite force. And that means that these guys go in guns blazing, kind of like Wakandan Secret Service. Sorry, my hair's on the way. Like kind of like Wakandan Secret Service or Spec Ops is probably closer to that. And so I gave this one a holster with a knife and a gun. And that came from Union Jack, is where that belt and holster came from. And I got rid of that Union Jack figure a long time ago. Yeah, I'll read it, Max, and then we can talk about it. We can do it on one of your streams if you want. I'll come on one of your streams and talk about that miniseries after I read it. Just remind me, because I have Marvel Unlimited, so I can read it real quick. And then here's the cool one. I had to cut the belt because this was on that Ultimate Captain America, and the way that they designed this belt was it was like built into the hips. So I had to cut it to fit around him, and then I gave him one of my other Deadpool's katana straps and stuff. Well, I got these guys from Ollie's, and this was during the Christmas sale. They were like $5 a piece, and I was like, I wanted to get more, but I was also like, that's not the smartest thing to do. It's just, I know they're $5, Riley, but $5 turns into $30 into $40 real quickly because they had a lot of these guys. And the same with the Tracksuit Mafia. I would have gotten more, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. I have to vacuum. Yeah, that's the results of violence against Peter B. Parker. I don't know what to do with them. I'll have to clean it up. I'm just lazy. But yeah, I kitbash these guys, and I think that they're for having pins and all that stuff, decent army builders. They do need additions because they only come with some guns and extra hands. But once you give them some straps and some bells and whistles, they look pretty dang good. What doesn't look pretty dang good is this bleached skin Miguel O'Hara. I don't know why they made him so pale. I'm still waiting for a 616 2099. Like, the one on the Pizza Spidey body is fucking shit. So, like, Miguel should be bigger than Peter Parker. 1, taller. 2, broader. 3, more muscular. So that takes their New Year vows. I think Spider-Man 2099 would look really good on that new Punisher War Journal or War Zone. What am I using for my street? Which part, CJ? Because this is just foam. And then all this is from Super Action stuff. Like, all the other stuff is from Super Action stuff. Well, not that wall over there. And then some of these are like inserts from boxes. There's the Doc Shore from the TMNT 4-pack over there. And that's just my little street up there. I did some rearranging. But yeah, it's mostly just all this extreme sets from Super Action stuff. If that's what you're referring to. But yeah, this was like, and I cut it in half. It's just some foam board, and I just needed it to extend my filming space. And it works. I don't have the most stability over here, and it gets a little frustrating, which is why I don't know if I should do like a behind the scenes live stream while I'm filming review, because like I said, I'll get a little frustrated. Something else I got from Ollie's though is a shark, the Fortnite shark. 13 watching. Let's get 13 likes on the board. Pretty please. It would make me happy. Fortnite shark. I'm pretty sure you could fit somebody inside of this Fortnite shark. Let's see here. Oh my god, he ate Rogue. Cut him open. Oh, well, her head's gone. I guess she's really gone, everyone. This is just, this is that Outback Rogue. Is that Outback? No, not Outback. I forget. I'm sure Max knows what comic or what outfit for Rogue this is. I bought Biker Mice Bike for one of them, and I don't like it. All the legends are better. I want to get those bikes because I have the Nacelle Biker Mice, but not for $50 a piece. 15 watching now. Let's get 15 likes on the board. No, it's Rogue. It's Rogue. So like I said, the X-Men 97 heads are not my favorite. So I took the Rogue. So she was from Ollie's. This one. There they go again. So I got this Rogue from Ollie's with this head, and I put it on the X-Men 97 Rogue. And it doesn't really sit perfectly, but it's good enough because I don't like the X-Men 97 Rogue head sculpt. But Rogue is my favorite female X-Men. Thank you. Full HD 4K Versian Cocodrillo Cumbiero. I appreciate that. But the real figures that are incredible are the friends we made along the way. You know, that's how I feel. That's how I truly feel. So if you want to be friends, then hit subscribe and you'll be welcome to the channel with open arms. Jubilee is very cool. She's a 90s kid, much like me. What else do we got? All right, let's bring out... I don't really think I've done too much talking about this guy. Well, all right. Hi, Teddy. Welcome. I'm Riley, but everyone calls me Rowdy. Rowdy Riles. So this is Galactus. I don't know if y'all know who Galactus is. But he's a pretty cool guy. This is the Marvel Universe Galactus. So this isn't... It's not the HasLab. It's the Marvel Universe one. And apparently he's hungry. So he's not... I like the HasLab Galactus? Absolutely. Who the fuck wouldn't? But I was making my Secret Wars video, and I really... No, this is the Marvel Universe 3.75-inch line Galactus. I really wanted Galactus for my Secret Wars video. By the way, y'all, if you... Can you hear me? Sorry. If you haven't watched my Secret Wars video, please go watch that, because what I did was I was reading Secret Wars while I was filming the video, like rereading it. So I had the figures and I set them up for the scenes, and it was in my diorama, and it was in a different state at that point. But it's like an hour and 45 minutes. It's essentially, if you don't want to sit down and read Secret Wars, you can put on my video and listen to it or watch it and get the complete story and know exactly what happened in the original Secret Wars back in 1983/84, before I was born. And it's really one of my favorite comic books of all time, to be honest. Is it dated in the dialogue? Is it a little kishy? Is it a little easy to read and see where it's going? Absolutely. But you know what every Galactus needs is a herald. And oh yeah, Spider-Man wrecked some shit in Secret Wars. Like, they're like, how is this guy 1 versus 7ing us? This kid is just like... And then Spider-Man whooped their ass, and Charles Xavier is like, yo, he's gonna... Like, they weren't doing anything bad. They were just talking, and the mutants were kind of seen as outcasts still, even by the Avengers at that point. And Spider-Man had a misunderstanding where he thought they were planning something, and so he 1v-alled the X-Men, whooped their asses, and let me grab him. He whooped their asses, and as he was leaving to go tell everyone, Charles Xavier was like, I wouldn't normally do this, but in this circumstance, and he just brainwipes Spider-Man. And Spidey's like, what the fuck was I doing? And he just goes off, la 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 la. I do have Miles. This is the Gamerverse one, and the Ultimate Miles is coming April 21st, it said. So what I'm probably going to do when I get that one is keep the electric hands from this one and get rid of this game, Reverse Miles, because I do like the Spider-Man games, but A, I haven't beaten them yet, and B, for Marvel Legends, for me, the real good shit is the 616 comic book stuff, other than Spider-Verse. So I may not get rid of this Miles, but he'll probably end up in my box as opposed to staying on my shelf. And I would really like a new 616 Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, whatever you want to call her, because we're in desperate need of that, just like a new Spider-Man 2099. And yes, I do like Dragon Ball Berserk the Goats. I have a lot of SH figure art. Well, not a lot, but I have like 4 Gokus, 3 Vegetas, then I have Trunks and Gohan, Piccolo, and the only one I need, I think, really, is Krillin, because I don't need all the villains in the bad guys. I just want all my favorite good guys. So I need a Krillin, and I do like Dragon Ball, but my favorite anime is Ranma 1/2. And I would give anything for SH Figure Arts to do more Ranma 1/2 stuff. A BBL. Yeah, you know what? You've seen his mama though. Miles' mama got back. That's where he got it from. That's what I'm sticking with. He's half Puerto Rican, he's half black. His mama got a juicy booty, so the Puerto Rican come out and Miles got a juicy booty. And I'm sticking with it. But yeah, I do have Miles. Can't wait to get the new one. I'm really hoping that it scales good with the Maximum Spider-Man, which fucking Hasbro Pulse canceled my pre-order for my Maximum Spider-Man through them. So I'm hoping that Amazon or Big Bad Toy Store. I know Big Bad Toy Store will come through eventually. But how fucked up would it be? I pre-ordered Maximum Spider-Man the first day when they put up the pre-order. And they canceled my pre-order first. Like, fuck you, Hasbro. Is it because I talk shit sometimes? I still buy your garbage half the time. But apparently it's not good enough. And you're going to single me out and cancel the fucking toy reviewer's copy of Maximum Spider-Man. You pieces of shit. Yeah, Max, they canceled my, Oh, I have a ton of Spider-Man Legends too, Webhead Mike. I'll show ya. I got a bunches. I got a bunch of bunches. A bunch of Spideys. Oh, the Clone Saga. Also, check out my Clone Saga video. I did do a Clone Saga video. It's not as in-depth because the Clone Saga isn't like straight issues. You have to jump around books and find like a bunch of different comics to read all of the Clone Saga. So, yeah, I got lots of Spider-Man. I got even more Spider-Man up here. That's where my Secret Wars and Amazing Fantasy go because they fit. Is there a Hulk? He asks her. They are. The new Todd McFarlane Spider-Man figure is the Maximum Spider-Man that's coming out this month. So, yeah. I love Marvel. It's my favorite thing. I would say Star Wars is probably second to Marvel, but Marvel comic books. Well, if you like it, Webhead Mike, subscribe and welcome to the channel. Max, I got so many Legends last year. Like, I have that MODOK, and then I have that MODOK. Just because he was at Ollie's, and I waited for that 30% off Christmas sale, and I got him for like $15. So I have both MODOKs. I don't know what the fuck I would do with Elvis MODOK. Now this Captain America figure, Evil Captain America, I got for like $5 from Walmart. And he's a really cool figure. It's mostly reuse of Ultimate Captain America. Skeleton. The Epic Hacks skeleton. Yeah. He's just... I should probably... You know what I should probably do with that is put that... Because he doesn't stand up for shit. Well, I got Richard. I got that online. And I also got Warlord. The Warlord Charles Xavier. Right here for $10. For $10. Sorry, it's a little unwieldy in here. I'm not just have a static camera. But he was $10. And there's my bins of accessories. And that's all my Marvel Legends comic accessories is in these little fishing tackle boxes. Well, I get all the villains. Oh, shit. Speaking of villains, that guy's an asshole. He just took out Pickle Rick. I'm Pickle Rick. And I'm fucking dead, Morty. Oh, Galactus got me, Morty. I don't know what to do. I'm dead. Damn, Galactus, you could have done worse, I guess. If all you did was take out Pickle Rick and a drink. Anybody up for some booze? God damn it. Now look what you did, y'all. You made me do a live stream and now this is a mess. I blame everyone watching right now. All 9 of you. This is your fault. Pickle Rick. I'm Pickle Rick, Morty. I turned myself into a pickle. Oh, why would you do that, Rick? Because I want to avoid responsibility and therapy sucks, Morty. So I'd rather be a fucking pickle in a bone suit made out of rat, Morty. All right. I was hoping he would apologize, but that didn't happen. I doubt he has it in him to say I'm sorry. You big piece of plastic. All right, dude. Fuck. I'm getting it from everybody. Yeah, Pickle Rick versus Galactus Legend fight. All right, sorry, let me fix this camera. I don't know if y'all see this one guy on Instagram, but dude literally like makes his figures fight, and he will straight up fucking destroy them. I forget what his name is. I would totally plug him if I remembered his name. But he'll have like Master Chief versus Piccolo, and he'll have Master Chief just absolutely tank a special beam cannon, and Piccolo will be like, "What's happening? No, that's my special beam cannon." And the Master Chief is like, "You don't know me. I'm the chief." And then he just smashes his figures together, and it's pretty. I have 3 cats, so I get a clean cat throw up all the time. It would have been cool if they re-released the Silver Surfer pinless, because how sick. And knowing Hasbro, when they do make a pinless Silver Surfer, it'll be on the Renew Your Vows, which is fine. That's perfect. But they're going to do that marbled plastic, and they will not paint it up like this gorgeous Silver Surfer again. So you know what? I don't think that this Silver Surfer is replaceable. And I didn't get him until the reissue. Yeah, I want him to feel what it's like to be blinded by the light. Sorry. It's what is it, 1 o'clock, 1:30, y'all. You can't blame me for being a little nuts. I don't want Pickle Rick to get lost in the shuffle here, so let's well, there we go. The Power Cosmic and Pickle Rick. What the fuck could go wrong? I don't know. There's some, what else do we got? How else can I entertain y'all tonight? What else can I do for y'all's entertainment? Sam's done. Well, I'm just waiting. Pinless and vac metal. Ooh, Max. You know they would charge us $50 and call it maximum just for that. So if you didn't watch my live stream this morning, the reason that we have that messed up Peter B. Parker is because of Sam. And my girlfriend actually, so I broke the pin on the shoulder, which is right here. So I was like, hey, girlfriend of mine who fixes things and knows how to do stuff, I need you to drill and screw a screw into this arm so I can fit it back in. And it worked. And he's got articulation, and we used some JB Weld to get the screw to sit tight in that shoulder. So once I get the new head sculpt in, this Sam will be finished, and I will do a new video. I'll need to do a new video on my Supernatural figures because they'll be done. And that'll be a lovely thing. So, and I don't know if I would pay $50 just for a back metaled Silver Surfer, but I'd pay about $3.50. Hey, look, everyone. Everyone's favorite idiot's back. You know what? I'm just going to fix the problem right here, actually. Because this guy's just kind of a moron. And we'll just hide him from the channel. Goodbye, MH forever. You will not be bothering my subscribers anymore. I love that for him. And we have another Herald here. I don't know if y'all know who this is. But if you do, you can go ahead and say his name in the chat. I do have horror stuff, but that's in the... fuck it. Fuck it. We can go in the other room. Because guess what? I'm mobile. But this is Firelord. Yep. Another Herald of Galactus. So yeah, let's go to the other toy room, because y'all usually... hold on. I don't want you to see my house. But so this is the studio, and this is where most of the magic happens. As far as like YouTube goes, there's my channel right there. This is our 3D printer. I say our, but my girlfriend's the one who knows how it works. So I'll show you all that really quick. She added all this stuff, like the little face and anything that's not original. That's an Ender 3 Pro. So here's a drone that she built, 3D printing stuff, which is really cool. And then she doesn't want me to show her electrical project, because here's her transformers. Our transformers. Our transformers. Here's my, like, uber expensive figure shelf. So, Bro Toys, Kate Ratos, Mezco Xenomorph, Mezco Ghostface. So there's a little bit of horror for you. Mezco Indiana Jones. Other than Spider-Man, other favorite character of all time. We love Indy for doing what he does, which is to say punching and shooting those World War II guys that everyone hates, that are trying to make a comeback, and we know what we do with them. Then we've got the Mezco mask right here. And I'm still waiting for my Doc Ock from Mezco, but we have our Mezco Amazing Spider-Man, which is sick. And I'm actually giving one of these away. So if you're new to this channel, I'm giving one of these away when we hit 5K. We're not quite there yet, but we will get there. I'm determined that we'll get there. And the only problem with the one I'm giving away is he has 2 left feet. So if that's a deterrent for you, I'm sorry, but it's still a Mezco Spider-Man, and there are ways to fix the feet. You can take a Legends and do some work and make it work, and even give them toe articulation if you use a Renew Your Vows, because I'm pretty sure the threads would match. And then we've got the Mezco Green Goblin, also an amazing figure. And then we've got, so this is kind of like a mix of stuff, but we do have a lot of Harley Quinn, because A, I love Harley Quinn, and B, hey, listen, I have 2 left feet in general. Like, it's one of those things. Poison Ivy and Harley, and that's one of the only DC Multiverse McFarlane figures I have left, is that one Harley Quinn. And of course, I would not get rid of my boy Terry McGinnis back there, because that's actually a pretty fire figure, considering McFarlane's lack of good figures in general. Mafex Harley, SH Figure Arts Harley, SH Figure Arts Toby. We've got the Mafex, the boys figures. CT Toys, Symbiote Spider-Man doing a weird pose there. It looks like he's about to take a shit or something. I don't know. Hiya Toys, Judge Dredd, SH Figure Arts Indie, Ultraman, Loose Collector Vampirella, Boss Fight, Red Sonja, and then we've got some Cosmic Legions back there. And now is my main NECA / horror stuff, and I'm really debating getting rid of most of this stuff, just because 7-inch is so out of my taste zone. I would never get rid of this little gem here. Absolutely not. We loved a little Chucky. I'm gonna pinch his little cheeks. Doop. Waiting for the Moth X so I can get rid of this Megan, because this one sucks. Probably wouldn't get rid of Ash, although there is a new one though. But no, this one has the chainsaw hand. This is from Evil Dead 2. I don't know why the hell Doc is so scared of Ash. Like, he's really up on him too. 1.21 gigawatts. He is a little baby. He's Chucky. And there's the curse, or bride Chucky and Tiffany. And we've got Pennywise back there, and there's some Terminator, Jason Voorhees. We got Biff, Marty. Did you call me chicken? Don't call him chicken, y'all. There's the shitty NECA ghost face, and we got some Yacha, some Predator. Arnold, get to the chopper. My favorite fucking part of Predator is when Arnold throws the machete, and it sticks through the dude and into the wall, and Arnold goes, "Stick around." That shit's hilarious. I love all the one-liners in Predator. Probably one of in my top 10 favorite movies. Predator is goated. Jennifer Tilly is a smoke show. Definitely, especially in Bride. And then we've got, before Sigourney Weaver was born, people had to weave their own Sigourneys. So that's a shame. It really is. We've got the lady in brown face. Is it Vasquez? Is that her name? I don't remember what her name was in the movie. And then we got Newt, who they killed off, which was stupid. And Freddy's back there somewhere. Where's Freddy? Where are you, Freddy? 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. I don't know. I don't want to knock shit over. And then down here is my gaming shelf. So, I really love Gears of War. These 3 up front. So this Coltrane, this Kate Diaz, and this Marcus. Those are Storm collectibles. And the rest of these in the back are all NECA. So these are all Gears of War 1, 2, and 3 NECA figures, which are very, very old. So I try not to fuck with them because I don't want them to break. And you asked if I had Alloy. I haven't played Horizon because I don't have a PlayStation. I have a PC that I can play PlayStation games on, but I have not played Horizon. I haven't bought it yet, simply because I still haven't beaten Spider-Man. I still haven't beaten God of War. I still haven't beaten Uncharted 4. So, and speaking of Uncharted, I love those games. There's Nathan Drake. There's NECA's Kratos. There's Jazzware's Master Chief. These are really shitty. The Spin Master Joel and Ellie. I mean, they look okay, except if you take Ellie out of the way, Joel looks kind of pregnant. Like, it's not the best look for Joel. He didn't really have a beer belly. And then we got some Cyberpunk figures from Jada. I gotta get my nails done next week, or this week when I get paid. That's the Romanki gun girl. And then we got Shell from Portal back there. Shout out to Portal. I fucking love that game. The cake is a lie. And then there's one of the worst Mass Effect figures ever, because there's not very many, but it looks terrible. I love Mass Effect. And then there's some shitty McFarlane Witcher figures. And that's not it, y'all. Because hold your horses. Oof. It gets harder and harder to get off the floor sometimes. Eventually, I'm going to have to stop filming on the floor. I don't know what I'm going to do at that point. Jones fan. So I bought the entirety of the Adventure series. Of course I did. And I even customized and worked with my girlfriend to make a couple of things. And I painted the Raiders Indy to look like the end of Last Crusade, because I got that Indy for Raiders. And I wanted him to look like he'd been dragged by a fucking tank. So I painted him up and dirtied him up. And then we've got Elsa Schneider, Kazim, and then there's Indy with his tie. And then there's Indy in his professor outfit in the back. By the way, if you haven't played Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, what are you doing? Play that game. It's fantastic. Temple of Doom. So, they fucked up Temple of Doom hard. They didn't give us Willie. They didn't give us Mola Ram. They didn't give us Thuggies. They didn't give us the Thuggy Slave Driver, any of that shit. At least we got the Sankara Stones. And we got, you know, the blood of Kali and all that. But my girlfriend and I collaborated to make this minecart. So I found the regular minecart. She modeled and printed everything else, like other than the wheels and the minecart itself, the brake system, the lights, the hitches in the front, all that stuff. She designed that, and I painted it up because and unfortunately we don't have a Willie Scott figure to go with Short Round and Indy, so that fucking blows. And I also weathered his shirt up and I painted his back to look bloody and all that stuff. And then we got Dial of Destiny and I need to remember his name because he's a really cool guy. Is it Scott? He's on the Facebook group, and he made like these dials, the Antikythera from Dial of Destiny, and he made the Crystal Skull, and he resin printed them, and he's actually working on a Molaram figure that he fully designed and 3D printed. Is it Robert Forster? I think that's what it is on Facebook. So look him up. It's Scott Fernster. That's what it is. Scott made these, made the Crystal Skull, sent them to me. And yeah, that's the Lance of, or the Spear of Destiny, and that's from the 3.75 line that came with the artifact in the little box, but it actually scales well with them, like it scales perfectly. This is a fake. And then finally, if you haven't seen my channel or my videos, you don't know what my Star Wars shelf looks like. Here's my animated Star Wars show, Rebels, and I did a short rearranging this shelf, so I tried to make it better. We've got everybody that should be on a Rebels shelf. We've got Maul and with Ezra's. We got Thrawn. We need a new Kanan. Apparently that's coming. Blind Kanan. Hera, Ahsoka, Zeb, Choppa, and then Rebel Jump Trooper. And then we got the Bad Batch over there. I still haven't finished the Bad Batch. I really want to. And then down here we've got gaming stuff with, of course, KOTOR and Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order and stuff. And she's from Battlefield 2. This is that damn it, now I'm knocking stuff over. I forget what her name is, but she's the one that defects from the Empire to the Rebels during the campaign. And they didn't give her, Max. Rebels is fantastic. If you haven't seen Rebels and you're a Star Wars fan, stop what you're doing. Well, not right now. Watch the stream until it's over. I'm going to end here at 2 o'clock in the morning and then go to bed. But watch Rebels, please. All right. I'm getting off the floor again. Also, I'm giving away this Moff X Spider-Man when we hit 34. And I'm giving away, is it 34? I don't remember. No, when we hit 4K. When we hit 4K, I'm giving away this Moff X. He doesn't have whipping hands. Still Moff X Spider-Man. And there's that Mezco I'm giving away. And then when we hit 35, so 3.5K, which we're really close to. We're only 250 away. I'm giving away this brand new, nothing's wrong with it at all, I swear, retro carded Venom. So all three of those. And Max, by the way, did you get your Stan Lee today? Did you get that yet? I'm hoping you got it. Let me know. Hopefully if you didn't get it today, you get it tomorrow. So all those three are giveaways on my channel when we hit those subscriber marks. And I'm hoping to give away... oh, no worries. Go to bed. It's okay. Thanks for coming on the stream. Oh, thanks. Hi, Gears of War figures. You just missed me talking about them on live. There they are. So, welcome. Well, yeah, hopefully it comes tomorrow, Max. I'm sorry it didn't come today. I paid for 4-day shipping. It should have come today, so that's on to Joy, even though he stepped down. It's that motherfucker's fault. Star Wars shelf. Shit. Also, I almost knocked it over, but that's a boat drone that my girlfriend built, so she's the crafty one. Alright, Snowspeeder. Dewback, Tusken Raider, Rey with her speeder. Mandalorian speeder bike. And then we got the Emphas Nest bike from Solo, which wasn't a terrible movie. Then we got my Jedi shelf. So, of course, we got the duel in the throne room. We got Endor. And then we got Jabba's palace. Of course. A horse, of course. Then we got some Mando stuff. I say some, but most of the shelf is Mando, and there's Solo in the back and some Rogue One in the back. But this Mando, the Glavis Ringworld Mando, probably the best Black Series figure they've ever made, if we're being honest. He's fucking solid. Like, I don't know what else I can say. And we got the R5, the Armorer, Viz or Pazla Viz or Viz Pazla. I don't. It's late. My brain is foggy. We got Luke. We got Mando in that touching scene with the custom head where Grogu's like, "I'm leaving, but I'll be back before the season even comes back." And then we've got Ahsoka and Sabine, Dark Troopers, Moff Gideon, and then down here, let me get back to the OT. Han took a dive, and then Leia took a dive, and that's my fault. That's my fault. We finally got updated Luke and Leia from A New Hope, so I'm hoping we get an updated Han so I can sell the old ones as a lot together on eBay and make some money back that way. Well, who needs sleep? I only have to work at 11:30 a.m. tomorrow, so I'll be able to sleep then. So we got A New Hope over here. I really do like the new Luke and Leia. I don't know why Luke is looking at Leia like that. He was like, huh? Fix that really quick. Best Star Wars movie of all time. It's not debatable. One of the best movies of all time, in fact. It's in my top 5 if you go watch that live stream. Empire Strikes Back is definitely one of the best films ever made. So, and we're not over to the Joes yet, Max. We don't have no Joes yet as far as this video or live stream is concerned. So we got Dagobah, we got the Bounty Hunters. The only one I'm missing is IG-11. Wait, no, IG-81. Wait. Which is the one from the bridge? I don't remember. It's late. And then we got Hoth in the back. And there's more Star Wars. Because we have the prequel trilogy and the Clone Wars. Like, when I say I have a lot of Marvel Legends, yeah, IG-88. I have even more Star Wars stuff. Because before my channel was primarily a Marvel Legends channel, it was primarily a Star Wars Black Series channel. Ahsoka is my favorite Star Wars character. Han and Obi-Wan are tied for second. But this is great Ahsoka. But yeah, we got Clone Wars, we got Maul and Ahsoka again, and we got Revenge of the Sith. Ki-Adi-Mundi's a dick. Everybody hates him. A-list here. I cannot wait for Shakti and is it Luminara Unduli? Is that who they're making? Me, female alien Jedis, gimme. That's peak Black Series for me. Webhead Mike, thank you. Good night. Welcome to the channel if you subscribed. If not, make sure you subscribe before you leave. And also, check out my live stream on Saturday with The Amazing. And then at the bottom, we don't even need to talk about these. We don't. We truly don't. We're almost to the end, I swear. I know it's late, everybody. I'm tired too, but I want to finish this little room tour. The reputation precedes itself. Power Rangers. So when I was saying earlier, I don't need any more Lightning Collection figures. The only ones I would need if they made them would be the rest of Turbo, because they started Turbo on the last wave, and then the rest of Wild Force. Where's Wild Force? Wild Force is back there. And those are the only 2 teams I would need to finish, because I didn't even bother getting the Time Rangers, even though I would like them. Thanks, Webhead Mike. Definitely pop in. You're welcome to ask questions when D is there. I will try to get to as many as I can. Definitely check out my videos. I have one coming out at 11:30 today. It'll be a premiere, but I'm going to be at work when it's premiering, but I'll try to pop in the chat. So if you see me there, I'll say hey. Then we got the bad guys down here. For the Power Rangers, I'll speed through the rest of this because we're losing viewers fast because it's late, and I'm sorry. G.I. Joes. There's Storm Shadow, if that's the one you were talking about, Max. We got some Monster Force up there. I decked out my Declan. Wanted him to look cooler than Delta Red, because he didn't. Now I think he does. We got Retro Scarlet with Snake Eyes, her boo. I definitely can't wait for pork chop sandwiches either. And then, of course, we've got Cobra. Cobra. Damn, I've been live for over an hour. That's crazy. And I'm hoping y'all stick around for the end. There's 5 of you in here. Just stick around. I promise we're almost done. Because the coolest shelf, in my opinion, for this year at least, is coming up. This is all my Ninja Turtle stuff. So I just crammed all the Ninja Turtle stuff together because I got rid of some of it. As far as the NECA Turtles were concerned, I got rid of a bunch of it because I was like, I don't really need it. So I jammed all of the Turtles together. And then I'm kind of like semi-starting a Smash Brothers display between the Pokemon and the Sonic and the Mario and Luigi. And then we got the Nacelle Biker Mice and the new Mattel Street Sharks, which I love. Me love. And yeah, I do have the other Storm Shadow as well, but I put that Storm Shadow with the Joes, because in the comic book at that point, I think he was working with the Joes. He was a good guy. Yeah, I saw you showed me that you found Timber. That's cool, CJ. And then the icing on the cake for 2025 is all the Marvel vs. Capcom goodness that we've been getting lately. And I recently added Marrow, and I took Blackheart off of my Marvel Legends shelf. And I put him on my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf. I can't wait for the Storm Morgan that's in the right scale. Hi, Matt. You're coming in the tail end here. I'm just showing off my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf. I came into the studio. I don't usually put that stuff on stream. It's in my videos, but I just don't film in here anymore because there's not enough room. But lots of Jada on this shelf. There's my Mofex, Spidey, CT, Wolverine, Marvel Legends, Cap. Hey, Jeff. It is a fun shelf. I really like it. I really dig all the poses I did. For me, for dusting, I just move the figures around enough that dust doesn't really build up that much. So I just move them and repose them and move them around. And sometimes I'll have to dust a shelf. And then I have to just rearrange the whole thing. That cable would have been perfect if you didn't have pins in that arm. Those bitches. And then lastly, the last thing I got over here is my old 90s. These are some of my last remaining, other than my Mighty Max stuff, which is in the other room. These are some of my last remaining 90s toys. Because my grandma, I'll tell a story about where all my old toys went one day. Because my grandma made me get rid of them. But there's my old Biker Mice and my old Street Sharks from childhood. And then this is my movie and gaming shelf and all that stuff. And, oh, look, we get another troll in here, y'all. We get so many of those loser trolls. And at this point, it's just like, they're gone. I don't even need to deal with them, especially when I'm having D on my channel on Saturday. So goodbye, Mr. McDumbass. Alright, so we got... I don't know if y'all have watched Good Mythical Morning, but you should. I don't watch enough of it. I just knocked something over with my fat butt. My God. Oh my God, y'all. This is what my butt just did. I'll deal with that tomorrow. Alright, so we got a couple more McFarlane things, actually. We got my 2 favorite Game of Thrones character, Arya Stark and Jon Snow. Hey, Goon. You're just catching us at the tail end. I have my 1 Kickstarter spawn left. He does look cool, but that cape is fucking garbage. Legend of the White Dragon. Only because Jason David Frank. That's the only reason I bought that 2-pack. And then there's PewDiePie over there. There's some of my PlayStation games. And lo and behold, look at that. Supernatural season 1 through 14. That means or 1 through 13. That means I still have 2 more seasons I need to get on Blu-ray, or just get another box set that has all of them and get rid of this one. Because what's happening April 30th? Well, I won't say anything about Agent Venom Matt with two T's. I'll let you, Jeff, don't you dare say that, because god damn it, I loved every minute of having Supernatural. I was 15 when it started, and I was 30 when it ended, and my god, it felt like a part of me goddamn died. It was terrible. You were in a movie, Jeff? You didn't tell me about that. What movie? Tell me about it. I want to know. Yeah, the Scooby Natural episode was awesome. You made 2 movies? All right, I'm going to fix this on stream one-handed because Joes are worth it. This is a really cool figure, by the way. I'm a selfish little asshole. I sold the original Beachhead from Classified on eBay, but I kept the beret, and I told them, I said, he doesn't come with his beret, so don't ask because it's not coming with him. Because I just think Beachhead looks better with a beret. I don't know. I don't have the nostalgia. My nostalgia comes from the E-Bombs World G.I. Joe PSA memes. So that is my Joe nostalgia. It's not from Retro Freaks 1 and Retro Freaks 2. Okay. All right, I'm going to have to look. Oh wait, is that the one with not another retro? Is that with Narc? Jeff? If that's the movie with Narc, I do want to see that because Narc seems like a cool guy. I do watch his channel sometimes. Oh, okay, cool. That's cool. See, I know things and stuff. I know things. This retro carded Scarlet was supposed to be like a top 10 figure, and she's more like a bottom 10 figure because the stupid crossbow that she came with sucks. Her feet are like round for whatever reason. She does not like to stand up unless you have her posed exactly the right way. Next time I will be wary that my damn butt will knock them over when I turn around. Why do I keep getting these hidden messages? What are y'all saying? Oh. All the homies. That's cool. Listen here, Kaiju Kitty. I understand that, but the weakest seasons of Supernatural was definitely, first of all, season 6, and then season 8 was the second weakest season. And I think I talked about this morning when I was streaming, finishing up my Sam custom. Those were definitely 2 of the weaker seasons, but I will never hate on Supernatural, and I am so hyped for. See, my girlfriend's an electronics person, so she's got all this stuff. Oh, and I forgot. Let me show you. There's a couple more things. She's essentially, the video hasn't come up yet because I don't know when a good time to put a fucking Santa Claus video in the middle of the year is, but he came after Christmas from Big Bad Toy Store, so she saw that. She was like, "Is that a Santa figure? Is there reindeer in a sleigh?" And I was like, yes, question mark. So she wants me do it in July. Yeah, maybe. Her favorite movie is Interstellar, so I got her these, like, I think for her birthday on our first or second year dating, which is interesting. It's Anne Hathaway and all right. Matthew McConaughey, and I gave her my other armor that I had because I got 2 of them, and then our shared collection, another one is Monster High dolls. My channel doesn't talk about that stuff, but we do have some girly shit in our house. I love this one. I have her open. Look how beautiful it is. It looks like Jenna Ortega. It's amazing. And then we got Draculara. This is from Ollie's. I got that for her. And then she got these from her old job. This set's really cool, actually. So yeah. And then here's my channel, and this is the video that's coming out tomorrow. And I like my photography here that I did for the thumbnail. My thumbnails have gone back and forth over the year, and I've gone with the less is more aspect recently. I've done a lot less work and just uploaded my best pictures from the ones that I take. But this is the Retro Card Venom. Well, those hands are from the Retro Card Venom, and the head in the body are from the Venom Pool wave carnage, but there's that little goon that I used. I told you I use him for photography and stuff. There's one. You don't come at Carnage with a freaking golf club. Tomorrow, when does it premiere? 12 p.m. So stay tuned for that. Tomorrow at 12. And then the big thing that I still can't believe is a reality here. The Amazing on Saturday. Live in 4 days. God, my anxiety is peaking. And I know he's a good dude, he's a normal dude, but it's just I have so many questions I want to ask him about photography and just, essentially how he's so freaking good at it. But it's a little weird here with the Inception on the... Oh, look, this is us right now. Bunch of posers. All right, let's do one more thing before I sign off because it is 2:00. Let me go to my studio. Why any website has a day mode and every website isn't formatted to automatically have a black background? I want to... Whoa, I had a shoot up here. I guess this is from my live and all this stuff. I was at 3253 this morning, so we're at 3260, y'all. Thank you. Let's see here. This is what I'm really excited for, y'all. I really want to get this membership thing rolling so I can start bringing you guys some new content. It'll really motivate me to get the ball rolling on some of the things I've been planning on doing. And nothing will ever permanently be behind like a membership gate or whatever. I don't know what to point the fucking camera at now. None of it will always be behind it. It'll be like a 3-day thing or something like that. But I'm going to free you now. I'm going to release you to the land of dreams and sleep and comforts because I got to work in 8 hours. So I need at least 6 hours of sleep. So I'm probably going to go in bed and lay there awake for a couple hours as it is. Just laying there, and I don't want to do that to y'all. So, all that being said, I love you. I will see you next time. I don't know if I'm going to do a Rowdy Rundown on Thursday just because I have that The Amazing stream coming up. So we may skip the number 10 for next week. But